lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't wanna question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but it's really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
Back. We are back.
Back. Let's get it. And we are here once again. Welcome, Ballot Central Podcast. Myself and John back at it once again to talk about the latest in sports. We have a lot to go over today. March Madness, MLB, and the NBA, of course. But before we get into all of that, welcome back. We are live right now on YouTube and Twitch. So if you're watching, feel free to say what's up. Let us know how you're feeling, what teams you represent. Hopefully not any New York based though.
Why are you coming for us like that? Why are you coming for us like that?
Oh.
Or Boston. Boston a little overplayed lately. Boston needs to start losing some championships. I'm just saying.
I mean, they did for like 16 straight years.
Let's relax. Not 16 straight.
Well, 2008 till 2024.
Sure, I guess. Didn't you win an NHL Stanley Cup in that time?
Oh, I think it was. Oh yeah.
The whole Boston sports, dog. Why you gotta be like that?
Yeah. I mean, the Patriots did win during that time period as well. Sure. So did the Red Sox. So.
Yeah.
Right. But hey, like I said, we're live once again. If you love listening to us rather than watching us, feel free to listen on all the audio platforms we're live on at Baller Central. Feel free to give us whatever feedback you can as well. Any feedback is appreciated.
Love to hear it.
And hey, John, how are you doing today?
Very good. Phil, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. John brought up the integrating more baseball into our pod since NBA is obviously going to end soon, like in a couple months. So the only thing we'll be on is baseball. So got to be more acquainted with it so we can talk more of it.
Do you want to start off with that today?
Yeah, let's start off with it.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so first off, as a Red Sox fan, it's been a rough couple of years. I know it's either World Series or last place with the Red Sox. Well, it's been more of last place, but you know they made some moves this offseason. Garrett Crochet, Alex Bregman, who hit a home run today, so shout out him. Also Christian Campbell, their rookie second baseman, who also hit a home run today. They extended him for 8 years, $60 million. So a lot of good news, but the best player on the team has been underperforming. Rafael Devers, before his double yesterday, was on a 0-19 or 0-15 count with like 15 strikeouts. So, yeah, this was from going to third base to DH, and a lot of people were pointing up about that being the reason because they pulled up some stats about players transitioning from base to DH and saw the numbers go down the first year. So,
sure.
I'm just glad it wasn't like Chris Davis astronomically bad, over like 54 or something. So, yeah, it could be sometimes transition for Devers.
Not everyone can be Ohtani that could switch it up like that. You know what I mean? I think it takes some time to adjust, and I think DH, especially when you get pitched around and you don't see the field as much, so you're only really on the field like every other third inning, like that's got to be tough. You know what I mean? That's something that it's not talked about enough because I guess hitting's so prevalent and everyone loves to do it, but I mean, I'm finally glad that Devers broke his cold streak. I would also say, as a Mets fan, I mean, we were on Francisco Lindor watch for a minute. He was over like,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
like it until he got hit. So I mean, congrats to him too. I mean, there are some players that, you know what I mean, just start the season slow, and we'll have to wait and progress. You know what I mean?
What the hell? Why is my light going off?
What's the light? You good?
Yeah, sorry, lights keep. I don't know why the lights keep going off. But hey, and the funny thing about it is, Francisco Lindor was DraftKings had a tab that says torpedo bats.
Sure.
They had all the players that has hit with a torpedo bat,
Mhm.
and Francisco Lindor was the only one with like that hadn't had a hit with it. But yeah, apparently a lot of people are talking about it now. Teams are wondering if they should transition into it.
Hold on, before we get into the specific team, let's talk about torpedo bats because we didn't really cover it. What are your thoughts on it, real quick? Like,
Oh yeah, I was about to segue into that as well.
Okay, I got you.
But I mean, honestly, it looks like it has an advantage because I feel like you wouldn't be using that if you knew it didn't have an advantage.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, it's still mechanics, and you got to hit the ball. A bat's useless if you can't make contact.
Sure.
But I do think it provides some type of advantage just because these are MIT made bats. I'm guessing that I was told. I think Kenny said that on the pod like last week, during our group chats. But yeah, I mean, the Jazz Chisholm of the Yankees used it. A lot of different people used it, but just because it's a torpedo bat, like with Lindor, doesn't mean it's automatically going to improve your hitting. You still have to make contact. So,
and absolutely, I think I'm not trying to take anything away from the players, but in a way, I do agree with you. It does. I would say it poses an advantage for Major League Baseball. All right, on two different things. One, the short-term news of, are torpedo bats good? Are they legal? Major League Baseball says they're fine. How do you feel about them? Are people taking advantage? It's starting up the conversation. You know what I mean? This is great for the game. Okay. Secondly, it solves Major League Baseball's biggest problem. All right, home runs. That's
Rob Manfred. No.
I mean that too, but like Manfred has ignored things from day one, and he wants to see the game, I guess, get more exciting. So I mean, like, I don't know. I think in a way it poses a little bit of an advantage, but you have to be able to hit the ball. You know what I mean? And realistically, I think the only advantage was that I can say one team has over another, I guess, is studying their own players. You know what I mean? The teams that really implemented these torpedo bats right away, like let's say the Yankees, there are a couple other teams that did it right away. But they looked at the mechanics of their players and they go, okay, maybe if we move the barrel down a little bit, they'll make more contact. That's not a bad case. I'm not anti-torpedo bat, but what I'm trying to say is, at least for me, I'm annoyed from a pitching standpoint. You know what I'm saying, Phil? Yeah. With the rosin and all the other stuff putting on people's hands. I mean, this is where I guess a lot of Major League Baseball creators might disagree with me, but a few years ago, we saw a bunch of players get accused of cheating just for using rosin that wasn't MLB's rosin. You know what I mean? Like, it was rosin, but it wasn't directly given by the MLB, so they in fact called that cheating. And like, to that standpoint, like, you were able to get nitpicky over that, but not this. And I feel like the only reason is because they want people to hit home runs. They want it to make the game more exciting. They wanted to shorten it so it wasn't like 4 hours long as a game. Now it's only 2.5 hours with the clock rule. And it's, I mean, these little changes, I think overall are good for the game. Like, for example, one of the things I like the challenge rule that came up this year. You know what I mean? I think that'll be an advantage come playoff time, personally, because I think it's also going to get it in the head of the umpire because he doesn't want to call it wrong. You know what I mean? But
they do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, the same time the players get to challenge, I think once a game, or you know what I mean, depending on where they see fit. So I'm excited to see how that rule is implemented. And but like, I don't know. I don't think torpedo bats are a bad thing, but I think to not say it poses any advantage is crazy. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
True. Like I said, if they didn't think they'd have an advantage, they would just shoot regular bats.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, which leads me to the question that I put up: which team do you think is going to benefit most from this torpedo bat thing? You think it's going to be the Yankees? Do you think it's going to be?
I
have
mean,
my
it started with the Yankees, so yeah.
I mean, it started, but I mean, and this is Yankee fans don't come for me, but I'm worried about your pitching overall.
Yeah,
So
all Yankee fans are worried about the pitching.
So like, yeah, I mean, yes, torpedo bats are cool, but like, if your pitching doesn't hold up at the end of the season, can you compete with the Red Sox? Can you compete with the Orioles? Can you compete with, I mean, people even outside your division? Like, I think they had an amazing hot start. Happy for them, but I'm a little worried, and I hope they make a move towards the deadline because, especially even on the Mets, like our pitching staff isn't great either. And like, yes, this torpedo bat might be a sign of relief, but is it the cure? I don't think so. I don't know. So
No, yeah, I don't think you need balance.
But Phil, do you have any team in particular that you think this helps?
Probably any team that is reliant on batting. So like the Yankees have power on their batting. The Rangers, the Orioles,
the Phillies
as well.
Phillies, they're experimenting with it now. But what I'm saying is their lineup is stacked.
Hell, Ellie got 2 home runs with the torpedo bat the other day.
So it's just like I'm
any bat heavy teams.
I'm kind of nervous for it, but I'm kind of happy for it. I don't know. I'm up in the air. I think Philly though, if the Phillies can use this to their advantage, and I mean they have a great pitching staff. So I mean towards the end of the year, I think they're my biggest worry. I mean, especially now, I don't know if you want to translate to Atlanta or I don't know where you want to go next.
They need more than torpedo bats in Atlanta right now.
They might.
Yeah, I saw a graphic where it was like everyone's batting like .100, even Ronald Acuna because they were facing the Dodgers. I think it was the first game in the series. .100, .100, .100. It was just I don't think even torpedo bats could save them. It's just nasty batting going on in Atlanta, and I believe they are still the only winless team. Yep, I think they're 0-7 because they lost to the Dodgers last night, and they'll probably get swept by them. So,
and that's nuts.
Yeah, like this was a team that was projected to be a World Series winner not too long ago. Now they're 0-7.
I think they bounce back, Phil. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is just a slow start for them, and like Acuna's coming back from injury, and I mean he's someone I'd like to watch. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I mean there are a bunch of other players I like to watch, like DeGrom and I'd like to see Ohtani pitch this year. I mean, a lot of people are against it, but I would personally.
Apparently, he's going to do it late season
in the second half. But I mean, at the same time, I'm a Mets fan, so my advice is do not rush this guy back. Do not rush this guy back, especially if we get soreness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but sorry, Phil, I lost the list. Now we
good.
Apologies.
So Braves are 0-7. There's some people that have 1 win, but yeah. Very, very nasty work, but hopefully it's just the beginning of the year bugs. So
I hope not. I'm a Mets fan, so
you're hoping for the worst. Yeah,
I'm nervous about this team. All right, this is a blimp on their radar. All right, they're gonna come back with a vengeance. And you know what's even scarier than the Atlanta Braves? The Atlanta Braves management, because watch them make a move. Watch them make a move before the deadline that scares some people. I don't mean to be like that, but. They lock up all their young talent on good contracts, and they have a lot of money to play with. And it's, I don't know. I'm nervous as a Mets fan, Phil. I'm sitting here shaking my boots a little bit just because, like, yes, this team hasn't won a game, but wait until they do. Wait until Acuna's healthy.
True.
I hope Acuna's brother's half of Acuna. You know what I mean?
160. Okay, because you guys got him right.
We got him exactly. So it's just like I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited to see that matchup. And I don't know. I don't know.
162 game season for a reason.
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
Next up, the Yankees. They made some noise with the torpedo bats early in the season. Aaron Judge has like 3 home runs in 2 games, which is crazy. But like you said, all this is for nothing if they can't, pitch, because pitching is going to be very, very crucial in the postseason. And hey, they don't have that, ace without Garrett Cole, so it's going to be very interesting to see how much they can rely on this offense.
I do see a couple other guys coming back towards the All-Star break, which would be good, but I also that concerns fans because, like, okay, are you not going to make a move because you got people coming back? And like, I mean, I brought up the Yankees because realistically, I thought they're going to have, I don't want to say a rocky start, but they started off way, way hot. You know what I mean? Like, I was predicting the Orioles Boston-ish, like now we gotta throw in the Yankees, especially with these hitters. And it's I thought it was just I don't know. I'm not saying I thought it was a lot of Soto last year, but maybe this team is stronger than I thought.
Yeah,
and a lot of Yankees were like, where was this in the World Series?
Yeah, because their catcher got, I think the first bat of the season was their catcher.
Yeah.
Austin Wells, home run off it. Okay, because there was this clip of this guy commentating at MLB Network.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, why did the skipper, whoever the skipper's name is right now, I forgot who it was, but why did they put Austin Wells in the leadoff? Yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, boop, ball's gone. This guy's a genius. I was like,
I mean, to be fair, I would agree it's uncharacteristic to start catcher as your leadoff hitter, but if he gets you guys going, he gets you guys going. So I mean,
and it worked that game.
Hell yeah.
So now that's pretty much our baseball. Obviously, with more season coming along the way, we're gonna talk about a lot more things. So hey, make sure you stay tuned.
And we'll get into more detail, and I think we'll have more people on that talk about baseball as well.
Right. And hey, Lawrence said he wants to hit up a game. So if you're down, we could do an IBT Ball Central trip.
Word. Okay.
Yep. You take up Red Sox, Yankees, Mets.
Okay.
Any combo of those. So if you're down, let me know.
Big facts. I gotta talk to Lawrence. I haven't seen him in a minute. I appreciate the invite.
You still owe him
Oh yeah, I owe him a dessert, which is dog. If I gotta pay for $11 tiramisu at Yankee Stadium, that's gonna blow my mind. Honestly, I might just
might as well give him that.
The cake. What?
You might as well give him that.
I mean, I don't even think it's gonna be that good. I'd rather buy him drinks personally. No, but I do need to maybe send you money to go get him a cake or get him something sweet he likes. I don't know. Out of the blue, personally, that's what I think. At least to start it off, because it's been a minute since we had that little bet, and I appreciate him for that bet. So we had a little sweets bet. But
so hey, let's transition to some basketball. March Madness, the Final Four is set for the men's and women. But let's talk about USC for a second. Juju Watkins obviously out for the year, torn ACL, very, very tragic. But a lot of people have been stepping up in our absence, but they did fall short to, I believe it was UConn the other day. Very, very sad. But hey, it was a great season by them, the number 1 seed, but that injury costed them. And it looks like, I don't know when Juju will come back in the season, but they did have some people that did step up. Raya Marshall, 23 and 15 in that game versus UConn.
Sure.
You had 10 points from Kiki Irfan and 10 points from Talia von Olaf in it as well. So it looks like the Marshall girl might be that go-to when Juju is out for next season. I think the Kiki girl transferred as well.
Yeah, I think that's also something to keep our eyes on. I mean, we haven't seen much of it with the transfer portal with the women. I mean, well, other than Haley Van Lip, she's gone to LSU, then to TCU, and I mean that was a huge impact. But I believe in Juju Watkins. I believe she'll be back in the middle part to definitely the end of next year for the March Madness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, also a lot of people transferred on the women's side. Someone from Notre Dame, LSU.
Well, that's the girl from Notre Dame is actually projected as the number 2 pick this year.
Olivia Miles.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. She transferred and staying another year, so I'm guessing.
And as your girl,
I don't blame her.
Get your. And by the way, did you see what Ted Cruz had to say about NIL? About how they need to start regulating stuff like that? Who are you? No offense. I don't mean to be like that, but.
Oh yeah.
Stay in your lane, Ted Cruz. No offense. I'm just saying.
Oh. True. Just because, I mean, let's be honest. You're going to make more money in the NIL and in college staying for one more year than the WNBA currently. So I don't blame her for staying.
And maybe I mean Ted was talking more about the men because But I mean, realistically, still stay in your lane. But because especially with these women players, you're gonna make vastly more with NIL and in college than you're gonna make. I mean, they're gonna have their lockout, the WNBA, maybe this year, right?
It's looking towards this year or next year.
I really hope not, but yeah. Ted Cruz 2028. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately hey, let's go over to the Final Fours. First off, the women. It was all 3 except for UConn for the number 1s.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA, Connecticut, South Carolina, and Texas.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about this one? Let's go with South Carolina versus Texas first.
South Carolina versus Texas.
I mean, we have South Carolina winning the whole thing, so I'm going South Carolina.
I know we do, but
I'm sticking with our bracket.
Surprising. Texas has been surprising.
Very true.
I'd like an upset. I really would, especially because the South Carolina game was almost so close.
Well, we did pick an upset somewhere.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'll go South Carolina still.
Also, our bracket that we made is 71% right now.
I know. I really wish we entered it for March.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we did. Technically.
Did we like for money wise?
Oh no.
No, that's what I mean.
But
Like,
we did get the Final Four right, actually.
That's pretty good though. For the women.
Yep.
We tapped in up in here. We tapped in, especially to women's basketball. Come on now.
True. So I got South Carolina. Who you got?
South Carolina.
Okay. Next up, UCLA versus Connecticut. I'm thinking, hey, Paige and the Huskies have been looking phenomenal. Paige is coming off a 40-point game.
Sure.
I think they make it to the championship. I don't think that Paige goes out this round, especially with her last run in college.
I think it depends on UConn shooting. I think it depends on UConn shooting and hustle. I think
and they're 7.5-point favorites right now.
I get that, and they were almost 10.5-point favorites, but you think so, Mr. Wilson? Highlight that one. You think so? Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Oh, I like Paige Beckers. I'm a big Paige Beckers fan, but
I wouldn't be surprised. It's between UConn and South Carolina for me. So.
And that's what we want our final to be, because that's what.
Also, shout out to the Wilsons for coming through. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you. But yeah, it's. I mean, that's what we really would like our final to be. But I don't know. I'm rooting for.
That's
Paige.
my final. Who you got?
I mean, UCLA is not bad.
Nope,
they really are.
Lauren Betts in them. No,
they're scary. They're a little scary. But I got UConn. I guess I would really like UConn, South Carolina. That's what we're hoping for. But
gotcha.
UCLA?
And for the men, all number 1 seeds. We haven't seen this in a while. She's the closest thing to Caitlin. I mean, some may say it could be Juju, but
I think she's the closest thing to Diana Taurasi since I mean, UConn's had Diana Taurasi, like Sue Bird, like there are a bunch of people that just like shine with the UConn.
Oh, okay. Let's do it for me. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Yep.
It's good, fellas.
So,
it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Welcome back. Also, I'm tired as hell right now.
We're talking NCAA basketball.
This is not my conversation then.
Oh, no.
Gotcha. Do you see who's in the Final Four for the women's?
No.
Ah.
What's my
LSU it though?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, it's all good.
Understandable.
UCLA, Connecticut, they face off, and then South Carolina versus Texas. You have a favorite coming out of there?
South Carolina.
Yeah, same. I hear you.
That's who you have winning, so yeah.
Although, I mean, UConn, we'd love to see the dream of Paige winning at UConn. I mean, to a point, just for some of the Huskies, just because they've been droughting for a minute. And I mean, South Carolina's been dominating.
And that's the only reason why I got South Carolina. I do want to see Paige win.
Yeah. But
Okay. We'll find out.
It's gonna be rough.
Because I think they start tomorrow, so both games will be tomorrow. Next up, the men's. All number 1 seeds. Auburn versus Florida on Saturday, and Duke versus Houston on Saturday as well. Is this going to be a problem, you guys think, moving forward? You know, with the NIL, with the transfer portal, are we going to see more like higher seeds making it instead of the Cinderella runs with all this business?
I think so.
Yeah.
We're getting away from the powerhouses like Duke, just running through everybody because they're not recruiting everybody anymore. Kentucky, North Carolina, we're getting away from that. So I think that's the good thing. It's just that, these guys are down to make their money, and the best players are where the best players are. So their regular season records will actually kind of be very telling.
mm-hmm.
I think, like, obviously you have like an outlier who off of aura alone makes it to the second round.
Sure.
McNeese.
Yep.
But then eventually they're going to run into a higher seed, and that higher seed is going to, they're going to have to put you down.
I hear you. I still
send Amir Khan back into NC State with a coach. NBA teams are trying to call up the manager for him to try to come up.
Yep.
Damn. Good for
I mean,
him.
he's the Will Chamberlain of managers, Phil. I don't know if you heard that. But
Yep, he said it. He said it himself. But do we have game footage of his management?
Oh,
We do have game footage.
oh, stop.
Oh, we
stop,
do. We
stop.
do.
We do.
We
Yeah,
do. We
Why
do.
you gotta be like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him walking out with the speakers. He's
Oh
turned
my God.
lit.
Yeah.
Cinderella first round will be a thing of pretty much, Larry.
I agree with you guys, but I disagree with you guys.
Cinderella teams after the first round will be a thing of that. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know. I think this year, I don't want to say it was an outlier. I do think, like, I love the madness in March Madness. I doubt it'll happen, but I think there will be teams taking advantage of a lower seed at one point. Maybe not, but I'm just saying we saw Ja go to a small school. We saw other big players go to small schools sometimes just to take advantage of it and make a run.
Yeah,
That's the thing. When Ja went to that small school, his record was like 25 his record was like 25-8.
Yeah.
And
he didn't go far in the tournament.
He ran into a higher seed.
He did, yeah.
It was a better team, and that better team beat him. That's all it is.
I guess.
Yeah, and some people are transferring even before their matchups. So who knows what's going on? I think I saw like someone, either it was a Purdue or Iowa, someone just before the matchup just said, "I'm transferring."
I think that's the problem with the NCAA. I think transfer portal should open after the tournament.
Yeah.
After the season's done, that's when it should open. Because I think we see a lot of conflict with the coaches and the players, and that's what I dislike personally.
Yeah, and someone said you should get like one transfer only.
I disagree
or something
with
like that.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I was like,
because you might go to a place that they might promise you the world, and then they got 5 transfers, and they're like, "Oh, actually, you're number 4 priority on our team," and you're like, "What?"
Right.
Then you can't transfer again. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
So hey, hopefully we can get more madness, but let's talk of the matchups. Auburn, Florida. I'm a Gators guy, so I'm going with my guys automatically. So,
I don't know who won. Who had a better record?
Let's see. I believe 32-5 was the Auburn Tigers, first in SEC. Florida Gators second in SEC for 34-4. So about 1 game difference.
Auburn was better. I'm gonna roll with. You know what? Let me roll with Florida. Let me roll with Florida here.
I'm gonna be the outlier. I'm gonna go with Auburn. I had Auburn going far, so I mean I think the SEC really was the place to play this year, because you just saw so many teams dominating the tournament.
Yeah, Larry, we do have like 4 super loaded teams, all great.
But I mean, I don't know. This matchup is not the matchup. I'm wondering if Duke can pull it out low key. I can't wait to get to that.
Hey, Duke and Houston, who we got, John?
I got Duke. Sorry, I'm interested to see if Cooper Flag can beat off Houston. It's going to be a very hard game. But he hasn't done much. You know what I mean? They ran over all the Cinderella teams, so it's like I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Elijah, who do you got in that?
Flag.
You got
It's
Cooper
gonna
Flag.
be legacy. It's gonna be his legacy game right here.
Okay, cool.
You sit here saying he hasn't done much. It's gonna be his legacy.
I mean, yeah, hopefully you do. I mean,
Carmelo Anthony Final Four type of thing. Where's Texas?
Oh, that's a run. That's a run like no other. I don't mean to be like that, but I'm just saying. From the people up in Syracuse that I've been talking to, oh my god,
perfect opportunity to go off. Yeah, I got Duke as well because I think me and John making our bracket we had Florida Duke final.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got Duke.
That would be cool. That would be cool if we had the 2 finals correct. I mean, I knew the women's, but the men's. I mean, that was cool picks.
Yeah, let's hope we get some more madness next year. But hey, I believe Friday and Saturday will be the final 4 games, and I don't know when the championships will be, but hey, March Madness almost coming to an end. Next up, we're talking about some NBA action. The Grizzlies were this was like last week. 10 games left in the season. They fired Taylor Jenkins, and now hey, everything's going wrong for the Grizzlies right now. They're losing games. NBA is warning Ja about certain celebrations, even though tons of players did that celebration.
Yeah.
But
we know the least Ja's on right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ever since the social media stunts. But hey, do you think it was right for them to fire Taylor Jenkins, or they should have waited for the season to be over?
I'll let Elijah take this first.
The fact that they're headed to the playoffs already, like they're locked in, I think it was right for them to do it now if they felt like change was really needed. Because, you're headed into the playoffs, you need the right coaching, you need the right things surrounding your team, you need the right energy. So if you really need a change, like right now, you really think you have a shot to win it all, I see no wrong with firing him right now.
Yeah.
If they get bounced in the first round,
Then
is that a mistake at that point?
Then the conversation comes up, is it a mistake? But
yeah, rumor has it Ja went to the higher ups, said, "Yo, get this guy out of here. He's not using me right."
Well,
Rumor has it.
fair.
I don't mean to be like that, but there are a lot. I was trying to just find more about it, and there are a bunch of people that were, I don't want to say okay with this firing, but they don't think he was using Jared Jackson right. They didn't think they were using a lot of these guys right. So like, I mean, and not this year, like the last 2-3 years, and maybe he's just done with the process of this. So I mean, I don't blame him. I kind of agree with Elijah. If you're already locked in and you're set, and this is your team that you want to go forward with, sure, but I also wouldn't have minded if they would have just let him coach. And if he really sucked that much, if he didn't like take him all the way, it's an easy firing. You know what I mean? At that point, you already got fired.
And they fired the winningest coach in their history as well. That's a little added fact. Well, stat wise, he is.
Oh, sure. I mean, he has a lot of great players.
He just passed Lionel Hollins in that record this year.
Yeah.
Well, here's the issue. I'm sorry, Phil. I know you didn't go yet, but
Okay.
the issue is when you really look at it, like players have a lot more power than they used to have.
Sure.
And it shows with this GM stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, if you're the Grizzlies owner or, you know, president, general manager, you have Ja coming to you saying, and Ja's your highest paid player, he's your guy, right? If Ja goes to you saying, hey, it's either me or this coach because he's not using me right, then yeah, you're gonna get rid of the coach.
And Phil, I'm gonna let you go, but one of my points that I remembered was Dylan. I feel like they misused Dylan Brooks last year. Like I feel like they gave him too many opportunities at the end. I don't know, maybe not, but I just don't feel like the roles exactly were defined.
He's having a much better season in Houston, actually.
I know, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. A lot of Grizzly fans were annoyed with how he played, and I think that's because of coaching. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I'll let you have your take on it. I'm sorry about it.
Oh, all good. I mean, Taylor Jenkins, you know, a top 4 or 5 seed for the Grizzlies, especially in the stacked West. He did come with some, you know, good records as well, but there's also some negatives because I believe that they had trouble against teams with a winning record. They didn't beat a team with a winning record for a couple months, and that was against a depleted Mavs team. So that was the only win against a team with a winning record. So, hey, sometimes change is needed. And like Elijah said, if your star guy, the guy you paid the most, the guy you have that puts asses in seats, you got to go with him. If he's gone, well, so is all the fans and all of the ticket sales. So it's a business at the end of the day. So
yeah,
completely understandable. Okay, what we got else? Next up, we had another Malice in the Palace last week. Timberwolves Pistons got into a nice brawl. Isaiah Stewart, Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, whatever you want to call him.
Was it that bad or
5 people got ejected? No, 7 people got ejected. Sorry.
All right. Respectfully, it wasn't as bad as the Mouse.
No, it wasn't as
I don't even think it was bad as that Lakers Rockets fight.
Valid. I saw that. That was a little crazy. I don't even feel like that, but yeah.
I get the ejections and everything. You know, feel me? You're not supposed to be fighting out there. You know, I get it. So It is what it is. Isaiah Stewart just seems to be in the middle of every single fight that happens with the Detroit Pistons at this point, and I think the league got to get a little more microscopic on him, and you know, leave Ja alone a little more. I think we have somebody a little more problematic than him, Dylan Brooks too, but at the same time, Dylan Brooks is not doing that much.
Sure,
but like, you know, I think Isaiah Stewart deserves this microscope and telling him chill out. You know, giving him a little shorter leash than everybody else.
Especially because when you think about like on the court versus off the court, like I get like making off the court mistakes. No offense, that is deemed on a franchise. What are you doing to help your superstar with off the court? You know what I mean? But like on the court, if you're gonna be in all the scraps, I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that take.
I mean, give Isaiah Stewart the same energy you gave Draymond.
True. Even more low key. No offense. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't even mention Draymond. I forgot about that. But yeah,
I mean,
Draymond
obviously,
was in a way a little bit like it was. I don't know. There were so many incidents, but yeah.
because Draymond used to be in the Bad Boys Pistons locker room as a kid. I'm guessing he got a lot of stuff from them. And I don't know if Draymond's mentoring Isaiah Stewart or not, but hey, passing it down the line.
The streets are saying like Draymond's not even. I mean, not Draymond. Isaiah's not even out there to play basketball anymore at this point. He's just out there to fight.
Yeah, I've seen him going against LeBron in this clip more than his highlights.
He doesn't have many highlights. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I actually sit here and I haven't sat here and watched the Detroit Pistons game like that to analyze him, but yeah, there's way more instances of him fighting, getting texts, and getting into stuff rather than him, going to get a bucket, getting a block, getting a rebound.
Yeah.
So,
he's our enforcer.
And I get that, but at the same time, like Elijah said, you got to go do the basketball things on the court, then be the enforcer. You know what I mean? Like you got to put up some type of stat and then step in a little bit.
Yeah, you're in the league for a reason. You have to still play basketball, buddy.
What are we like? Especially on a team that went from bad to really good, and now you're in the spotlight. Like, don't like, especially back in the day when the Pistons were fighting against Michael Jordan. Like, there's a reason why the league created so many changes and why people think that the 90s were better and now this league's soft because of, no offense, what the Bad Boys did back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, so and that it just wasn't looked at like as a good thing. And I don't know. I don't want to say I disagree with it overall, but like I enjoyed those Bad Boy Pistons, but at the same time, the rules were different. You know what I mean? And we have to respect the new rules and how you play the game. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, also the past week we had a legendary night. Stephen Curry drops 50, and Jokic has 61-point triple-double. And hey, the MVP race is getting even closer between SGA and Jokic. Personally,
I saw SGA go off last night. I'm just saying. So Elijah, I'm dying to hear what you think about this
because he hates both of them. So
I know that's why I'm dying to hear about it. Come on, give it to me.
Who? Sorry.
SGA and Jokic, who's your MVP right now?
Jokic.
Okay. What was it about? I mean, 61-point triple-double. I mean,
here's the thing. I don't hate both. I hate Shea.
Yeah.
I don't hate Jokic. It might sound biased, but so I'm gonna be honest with you. It is very crazy what Shea is doing because he's getting all of these points and then it's just that it's really hard to ignore the free throw thing.
Sure.
And it's also hard to ignore how bad the Nuggets are without Jokic and how bad the Thunder are without Shea.
Yeah.
Without Shea, the Thunder are still winning games. They are still very competitive. Obviously, they're not, you don't think that they're the title contenders or whatever, but without Jokic, I don't even think the Nuggets are really contending for as wherever they are. I think, what are they, third seed now?
Yeah.
Second or third, yeah.
I think they're in the play-in right now without Jokic. So
yeah, because
it's the same argument that I would have with Westbrook way back when granted they were only a 6 seed or 5 seed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you're sitting here looking at Westbrook and it's like if he's not there, they're like 12th or 13th.
Sure.
So if Jokic isn't there, like don't get me wrong, the Denver team, they can still hoop, okay? Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Russ, Aaron Gordon. They still got some hoopers over there. Christian Braun. So we're looking at like a 7th place team, 8th place team, maybe even 9 or 10 if Jokic isn't there. So that's where I think we're getting away from what's happening nowadays is that we're forgetting that MVP is most valuable. Who would I value more on my team? I'm easily valuing Jokic more.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I agree off of that just because the ratings, I think OKC is like top 5 in each, but Denver's number 4 in offensive rating and 21st in defensive rating. So we can all say that Jokic is the engine for the Nuggets. If you take him away, who knows how far they drop in offensive rating with no one to set them up? Probably terribly, to be
I
honest.
don't know terribly. I think they'd take a drop, but
I think a hell of a drop personally.
Where are they ranked? Where are they ranked right now?
4 in offensive rating.
Okay.
Yeah, without Jokic, they're at least
8.
20th.
I'll say 20th. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe 15. I don't think to 20. I don't know. I hear what you're saying.
20.
I think we have to look at with Jokic on the floor versus without Jokic on the floor.
True.
Versus with SGA on the floor and without SGA on the floor. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, as much as I hate SGA, he is an undeniable talent.
Sure.
Yeah. And I know that he brings a lot to this Thunder team. So
yeah,
I'm not even hating when I say Jokic is just more valuable to me.
No, I guess
I do have SGA at 2. It's not like I'm putting freaking Tatum over him or who else?
By the way, he's having a good season.
I'm not putting Giannis over him either.
Yeah.
And Giannis is way more valuable to the Bucks than SGA is to the Thunder, I think.
Especially right now.
I don't have Giannis over him either. I don't have Brunson over him. I don't have
Donovan Mitchell.
Definitely don't have Donovan Mitchell over him.
Yeah.
It's just that Jokic is actually just that good. I do think Jokic should have less MVPs than he has, but this year Jokic is really just that good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also with Jokic, he's top 3 in points, top 3 in rebounds, top 3 in assists, and top 3 in steals per game, which is higher than he's had more steals per game than SGA. So, yeah, I mean, SGA does have like the most 30, 40, 50-point games in the league. But if you're really looking at it, Jokic is top 3 in like major categories, which is, for me, that's always on point for me when talking about MVP. So, yeah, my vote is for Jokic as well. So,
nice.
John, who you got?
I'm be the outlier. I don't disagree with you guys. I think you are right. It is about value. I don't know. I don't.
Someone has to vote. Someone has to vote for SGA, right?
I don't mean to be like no. I don't mean to be. And by the way, I agree with you with Jokic on the floor versus off the floor, but I think there is a difference between injured and not injured, and we haven't really seen Jokic out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for like
right. I'm just saying, like what I'm saying is when you take someone off the court, you normally take other starters off the court. So like I think it would be. I don't want to say I want to see him to get injured to see what happens, but like I just like I don't know.
How they look like without him for a long period of time.
Yeah, playing well, playing together, seeing if they could actually put something together. Because I mean, their team does run through him. It's insane to think he's not an MVP type candidate. I just, at the same time, and I agree with what Elijah's saying. I think realistically, the Thunder could win without SGA. I mean, even if he was hurt. So it's just like, yeah, it's hard, but I guess I'd vote for. I just don't want Jokic to have like 9 MVPs by the time he retires. Is that I don't know. Am I in the lone category of that or what? Like,
I mean, it to be fair, they did gyp LeBron of some MVPs.
That's all I'm saying.
They should be doing the same to Jokic, but at the end of the day, for me, if you perform, you get earned MVPs.
You deserve to get it, and I get it.
To be honest with you, I'm tired of this voter fatigue thing because years later, Brian Windhurst, you'll come out and you'll say, I regret giving James Harden an MVP in 2018. Like, listen, let's be real here.
You just admit it was rigged. It's crazy.
Like, LeBron should probably have about 8 or 9 MVPs. Right?
Sure. Yes, I agree.
If you're the most valuable player, you're the most valuable player. I'm not about to sit here and argue that Luka should have got it last year. You feel me? Embiid should have got it years ago when Jokic won it. And then they give it to Embiid the next year when he didn't deserve it, when Jokic deserved it. And then, this voter fatigue thing is so dumb.
So you're right. We should literally just give it to the literal most valuable player. Period. End all be all.
Doesn't matter how many times in a row he wins it. Yeah.
And you're right.
It
doesn't
matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
It should not. But you know what I mean, though?
Jordan got 5.
I know Jordan got 5, but
now you don't want to give anybody else 5.
No, I want to give people more than 5 personally, but I ever since Jokic won, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's the voter fatigue thing. And I think you're right. We got to just get over it.
It's just every year I see it and I'm just like, every year we watch the NBA. We've all watched the NBA these last few years. We know who actually deserves the MVP. We know that Kobe deserved it over Steve Nash.
Sure.
We know that Kobe deserved it over Dirk. We know that LeBron deserved it over D Rose. We know that
over James Harden as well.
Yeah. We know that he deserved it over maybe not the Steph years. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Steph got that one. Definitely got that one.
But like, you
but
can still sit here and argue that he's the most valuable. Like, these guys are the most valuable players, and it's like, what are we doing?
and we can't have regrets after we vote for somebody. Sorry.
Yeah, you saying that just made it seem more rigged. Brian went on.
It just discredited you. You just discredited yourself.
Yeah. And
and I thought you were close with LeBron. That's crazy.
I don't want to say it's a boys club, you know what I mean? But it's bull how I don't know. That's all. I agree with the legend.
I think we also need people who are going to vote for the award and be unbiased with it, because we know Stephen A is not voting for Braun because he doesn't like LeBron.
Exactly.
We know not Colin. What's the guy's name? Skip. I don't know if Skip has a vote, but we know Skip was.
He's not voting for LeBron.
He's not voting for Braun. But then you have Shannon, who's definitely going to vote for Braun just because he's Braun. Like, we need unbiased people to have the vote. So the NBA needs to do something about that, because
hear me out.
It's getting ridiculous.
Hear me out. This might be dumb. What if instead of allowing writers and sportscasters and all these people to have votes, what if we took, let's say, 50 fans from each franchise, random lottery of season ticket holders, and we let them vote?
And I'm cool with that too, because
that's all.
Obviously, we're gonna have the Thunder fans voting for SGA.
Sure.
Obviously, we're gonna have the Nuggets fans voting for Jokic. That'll cancel out.
Yeah, and then we'll say who is the best. Like, do not play like.
I think another thing we need to do is actually have the players vote.
Okay. True. Some of the player votes for the NFL is a little crazy to me sometimes. I don't mean
NBA too sometimes.
I don't mean to be like that, but I don't dislike it, especially after how biased
media is. We had Anthony Edwards the other day literally saying after the Jokic game, that's the best player I've ever seen play up close. How is that not most valuable? How is he not the most valuable player?
True.
You have players sitting here saying, I don't know how to guard this. I don't know how to do this. Like,
true. But also with the negative side of having players vote, you're also going to have players like Brandon Jennings, Rashad McCants.
Oh my God.
And those type of players. I'm not saying like those players. I mean, I'm saying those players specifically because they could exist in today's NBA, but some of them just talk out of hate and jealousy. And it could be some of those players that exist in the league today. And
that's why I think we should do 50 fans from each franchise. I think, How much is that?
I think we have the players, I don't care if you got hate votes or whatever.
True.
The players should have a say.
Yeah.
On top of that, like John said, some fans should have a say. On top of that,
I'm not saying all fans.
You can still have the media get into it. Don't get me wrong. But
just lessen the strength of the vote.
Need another system.
Because, no offense, for the All-Star voting or whatever, I know there was a couple years back that I think, this Korean pop group was really into the Warriors, so they had people vote other people in, and, I get the backlash around that, but it drove ratings. You know what I mean? That's what the goal of the All-Star thing was in the first place. A lot of people complained about it, but, it drove – if that's what drives ratings, that's what drives ratings sometimes. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hey. We'll figure it out. I'll say All-Star and award winning has always been very flawed in a lot of sports, football, basketball, etc. So it'll be a hard system to try to figure out what it is. But speaking of Hall of Fame and voting, Carmelo Anthony, first ballot Hall of Famer. Congrats to him.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
He just got the news yesterday, so
had a drink yesterday for it. Had a little shot for Melo.
Well deserved.
The only thing I can celebrate.
Yep. 3-time gold medalist, 10-time All-Star, Q's champion, and a lot of more accolades. But hey, well deserving. Hopefully, who do you guys think should bring him in the Hall of Fame? LeBron, Wade, Chris Paul.
Unpopular opinion. I think it should be J.R. Smith.
That would be great. Would be
very cool. I like that idea.
Imagine Shumpert did it.
I'm telling you, it should be somebody from one of those Knicks teams.
Maybe
not Jeremy Lin, but
Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups was on Denver Nuggets and Knicks, right?
Yep, Chauncey could do it.
I'm just saying. I think you're right under that aspect.
It'd be obvious for one of the 03 draft class people to do it for him.
It would be cool though. Either way, yeah.
Imagine it was Wade, LeBron, and Chris Paul, the whole banana boat crew doing it for him.
Ooh. And then they could each tell a little tidbit.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
But hey,
That's
yeah,
what you
like,
hope for. That's
well
what you hope
deserved first ballot, hell of a career, and we get to see Kai and Anthony, I believe next this upcoming season for Syracuse. So we'll see how his career plays out. Let's hope he gets the same spotlight as Bronny James, because
I
some
mean, I
people-
think is he going to Cuse? Where's he
Yeah.
going?
He's going
Okay,
Cuse.
so it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fun. Let's get it. Plus, like as a Knicks fan, like even though we didn't win a championship with Melo, he brought a lot of good times to a sad situation. So I want to say thank you for that. You know what I mean? Just as a player for coming to New York and not shying away from it and giving his he was a hard player. You know what I mean? He put his heart on his sleeve. So appreciate it.
So hey, now we're gonna end the segment with some playoffs talk since it's around the corner. First off, I want to give Elijah credit. On November 26th, Sixers will not make the playoffs, and they just got recently eliminated. So sticking out for Elijah off the board. Well done. November 26th, I think that was great call on that one, because that trio, Paul George, Embiid, Maxey just got called off of the season 2, so they are definitely in the take. Oh, Elijah to the left. He got his credit that dipped.
No, I think his signal broke up. Unfortunately, he'll be back in a second, hopefully. But that was an insane call. I'm gonna give him his props when he gets back on. But that was a massively great, insane call. That I'm great prediction. I don't know. I hope to make another prediction like that next year. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm still annoyed that Wemby has a blood clot.
Sorry, my laptop just
Got it
crashed.
right.
And well, not my laptop. Chrome just crashed.
Oh yeah, damn. But just credit where it's due. Great call, because that big three, unhealthy big three. Basura.
You saw through it. You were like, Paul George, come on.
Take these guys. You guys traded Tobias Harris for him. Yeah, no. Also, Rockets make the playoffs. That was my pick, October 22nd. Obviously, I should have said a little higher because I had them at a 4 or 5 seed last year, but I said let me dumb it down to the playoffs. They're second seed. They clinched already, so good for me.
Nice, congrats.
See. Milwaukee Bucks will not win chip this year, John. We still got to win on that one.
Oh, we're pretty sure. Come on.
Donovan Clingan, Rookie of the Year, me, October 22nd. Doesn't look great right now. It might be Castle or Zachary Ricochet from the Hawks. Alex R won't win Rookie of the Year, John, July 18th. That's looking decent right now.
It's decent, but he's starting to play better. So
Hey man, cash that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, John. It'll probably be the Hawks rookie or Castle from the Spurs. So we can probably catch that.
But once they traded Kuzma, offense opened up a little bit with the young guys. I'm just saying.
True.
Oh.
And we'll probably make some more sticky notes before playoffs start. But that's just some right there.
Cool. We each cash one. That's lit.
Right. So how are we feeling about the playoffs right now? As of right now, the West is it's a shootout in the play-in / bottom half of the West. The standings right now for the second half of the West, the Rockets, they're 3 games ahead of the Lakers for second, and then the Lakers, Nuggets, both have the same record with a 3 and 4 seed. The Warriors are 2 games behind with the 5th seed, and the Timberwolves are 0.5 behind. And then the Clippers, Timberwolves, Grizzlies all have the same record. So literally 2 through 8 can be interchangeable within the next couple of days. Is there anyone you see making a big jump or a big rise, personally?
I'm gonna look at it again, but I think everything stays as it is. The Lakers, I'll say only because I follow Luka now.
Sure. Absolutely.
The Lakers have a very easy schedule coming out.
Cool. I like that. I like to hear that.
I
hope they make a splash.
Even call the OKC games easy because OKC's they've already locked in one. They've already locked in best record. So
you see people sitting for those games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a 14.5 game lead over Houston for the first seed. Yeah. And it's already like 8 games or 7 games left. So they're definitely sitting some people.
And I know it's
going to stay for the rest of the year, but the games don't mean much at this point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they'll probably set them here and there for rest purposes. Let's see. Damn, the Grizzlies were just like 3rd or 4th. Now they're 8th. Honestly, I think the Suns. They might sneak in over the Kings, but it all depends when Kevin Durant comes back or their strength of schedule since he's out for a week or two with an ankle.
Yeah.
They have the Celtics. Yikes.
I was talking
the Suns have the hardest schedule for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Celtics, Knicks, Warriors, Thunder, Spurs, and Kings. Watch it come down to the last game of the season. Suns, Kings, you win, you get in the play-in. It might look like that.
Hey, that's great. That's where it's at.
Who do the Kings have for the last couple
ratings?
Let's see. The Kings have the Hornets, the Cavs, the Pistons, and they definitely have the same amount of tough games as them. It might come down to the last game of the season for them.
It's a game difference for them.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston had a great 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
Just shout them out. I mean, we don't know how they're going to do with the last couple of weeks, but hopefully they make a run in the playoffs. I'm with Elijah. I think it'd be fun to see the Lakers do something. And I mean, you can't count Jokic because I think he might get snubbed because of SGA. But
I think what happens here is if it ended today.
Say that one more time. You got cut.
I said I'd love it if the season just ended today, because I actually like the standings. We would have Denver, Golden State in the first round. That's great for ratings. We'd have Minnesota and the Lakers. Great. And had KD last year. He got Braun this year. That'd be great. Dallas misses. I think Sacramento, Phoenix. It doesn't matter who's in that play, and they all miss. I think these are the teams right here. The top 8 is the teams right here. There's no reason to have it. I hate this play-in idea, man.
It's good because in a way it boosts ratings a little bit before the playoffs. Like it tips your dough in the water. But I don't think any of these play-in teams make a run. Like
9 and 10 are like 6 games behind at least 8.
Yeah, that's where I don't like it. But it has some
more handy in the East. You know what I'm saying? Like the East is going to have better playing games than I think the West is.
I mean, it's always the Bulls, Hawks, and Heat every year.
I know, but sometimes they upset somebody else. You know what I mean? Like I think the Knicks this year they haven't beat anybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying this could be the year they lose to a playing team. All right, and I'm a Knicks fan. All right, just want to put that out there. It's sad.
They're not losing to no playing team.
Hey, you watched last night? Oh my God, screaming at the TV.
Well, here's what I'll say. The Knicks always run into the Cavs on the tail end of a back-to-back. That's not fair.
They do.
We also have to remember Brunson is out.
He is. You're right. I'm nervous. I don't know what it is. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
nervous at all.
Okay, I hear you. I'm not nervous. I love the Knicks. I'm just saying. It would not surprise me if you like just the way the Boston and the Cavs games end. It's just like, bro.
As a Knicks fan, I do want to drop down to 4.
Okay.
And get Detroit first round.
Sure.
Because you guys have Giannis so far first round.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel fine about that. With no Dame, I feel fine.
Sure. But I think it goes to 7. I don't know. I think Giannis pushes it.
There's no way it goes to 7. With no Dame.
Goes 7 with Giannis?
Yeah, because without Dame, I don't trust anyone on the court for the Bucks besides Giannis.
I hear that.
Lopez has been off.
It's literally a focus on Giannis train to make everybody else beat you.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with that every game.
It is. And you could probably double him and just
exactly.
He can go off for 40. No one else on that team scares you.
You say that, but I hear you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
we just played Giannis the other day and we didn't have JB.
I know, and we won. Right?
Not obviously not no 20-point game or nothing, but still a very solid win. OG has been hooping lately.
Yeah, OG's been really hooping.
Exactly. Josh Hart is good. Great job playing that facilitator role. As long as Deuce is knocking down his shots, Mikhail's knocking down his shots, OG's knocking down his shots, Cat is being Cat, we're good.
You're right, Makai. And I even like these young centers. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited to see what they do in the playoffs because like somebody shows up. If you rebound a lot, you're gonna get paid. Look at how you know what I mean?
Hartenstein, yeah.
My bad. Why do you call him Halliburton? God damn it! Why do I keep confusing those two? They look nothing alike. It's just
Hart.
Hal. It's horrible. One's got heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Oh, both got hurt. Both got hurt. I'm joking. Sorry about it.
Damn.
Trying to make a joke. I was trying to make it.
What the Halliburton? Okay.
I know.
But for the East, Cavs, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers, Pistons, Bucks, Magic, Hawks, Heat, Bulls. Yeah, it's the play-in for the East is just like I said, the Hawks, Heat, Magic, Bulls, Bowl. I think the Bulls and Hawks get out of this because the Bulls with Josh Giddey has been hooping. The Magic, they were good early, but they started to fold with injuries. Yeah, I got the Bulls and Hawks. I just don't have much faith in the Magic. Their defense.
I actually got Magic.
Magic.
I got Magic coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I got
and I don't trust. I just don't trust the Bulls. Period.
Yeah, I can see that.
I hear that.
Yeah, watch once the play-in starts, all that magic from the regular season just disappears.
You think so?
I think the Hawks beat the Magic in that first round.
Okay.
So the Hawks end up the 7th seed, and they run into Boston, which I don't want to. If I'm Trae Young, that's not what I want to do.
Ass.
I want that
ass.
I want to run into the Cavs. I don't care.
Yeah. No, but as a Knicks fan, I want that.
Another reason why I want the Knicks to drop because second round we're looking at Knicks Boston.
Yeah, no, I want that in the Eastern Conference Finals personally.
Exactly. So I want the Knicks to fake just lose these next 3.
Yeah, I hear that. I heard it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very interesting with Eastern Conference playoffs. Let's see. I think the Cavs hold on to the number 1 seed. The Pacers are 3 games ahead of the Pistons for 4. It's really going to depend on the Pistons and Bucks because the Bucks are half a game behind, but who knows how they'll perform without Dame for the rest of the year. So it really depends. And you guys want the Knicks to lose 3 in a row, so it all depends on how the 3, 4, 5, 6 plays out because anything can happen, especially with the 5 and 6. Because Milwaukee and the Pistons, they can switch back and forth, and it'll just keep switching between the Pacers and the Knicks, whoever they want to face. We could get Pacers and Bucks just like last year. Dame was out, Halliburton and the company took advantage, and they sent the Bucks home. And me and John talked about this, I believe, last week. If the Bucks get first rounded, Giannis is out of there.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, because Dame was the last shot for another championship, and if it didn't happen, I don't know when his contract's up this year or next year, but they're definitely gonna find his way out. This year? Oh yeah, if they get first rounded or they don't make the Eastern Conference Finals, he's out of there. He gave them a title already. There's nothing more he can do with not the right pieces around him. So yeah. Apparently the Brooklyn Nets are the A plan, but that was what the article said. Which why would Giannis go to Brooklyn?
So Brooklyn?
That's been the rumor, but I don't know why Giannis would go to Brooklyn because they don't have any pieces to contend.
Yeah.
I'll say that him going to Brooklyn, he did say he wants like a lot of the foreign names in big markets.
Sure.
He did. Yep.
And he's not going to get to the Knicks. He could go to Miami, but
why?
I think Brooklyn is also a New York team.
True. Yeah, it is.
Obviously, it's the little brother.
Yeah.
But it's still a New York team, which is still a big market. So I see why that's the A plan. That's why everybody's thinking. But I really think it's between Brooklyn and Miami for him.
Okay.
We're talking about big markets. So, yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah. Okay. Miami makes sense. That'd be a nice Jimmy Butler replacement. But, yeah, if you're going to Brooklyn, you're basically going for money, I think, at this point then. You're there to get exposure and sponsorships and brand deals, et cetera, which Giannis already has a lot of, but just like in a big market, he'll probably get even more. So there's no way you go to Brooklyn expecting to win unless you bring someone with you.
Could he go to the West? Would he go to the West?
If Jimmy Butler didn't go to Golden State, I would say there.
I hear you. I'm just saying, like, first of all, I'm not predicting anything realistically. I'm just saying that, like, there are a couple teams in the West that if you add Giannis, now you compete. Now you said
Minnesota. You said Minnesota last week.
I did. I mean, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that
Giannis and Ant will be an interesting combo.
I don't know how you do it, but what if LA?
No.
I don't know how you do it. I know it's a no, but I don't know how you do it.
You have to pay Luca, LeBron, and Giannis? That would be impossible.
Giannis takes a friendly deal, just goes off promotion, just goes off ads.
Well,
Genie Bus.
Ron did say he's going to opt out to, restructure his deal to sign more team-friendly deal.
Yep.
So it's possible. And I did predict Luka and Giannis to play together next year.
Oh my God! I swear to God.
Write that down just in case. Write that down just in case.
But I did say that. Like, you did hear me say it, right?
I didn't hear you say it. Write it down, though, Phil. Write it down because he was right about the 76ers thing. So we ain't gonna I don't care if it's a no. That's a great prediction.
Listen, don't write it down.
Don't write it down. Sticky note it.
I did say it.
I'm telling you.
If Giannis goes to Lakers, I swear to God.
I did predict them to play together, but I don't think Giannis goes to LA. That's very far-fetched to me.
I mean, so was Luka getting traded, but apparently anything could happen with the Lakers getting involved.
Sorry.
They probably have to get rid of Reeves.
Still too soon. Stop. Let's relax.
Not too soon.
It's a little.
It's over. Can't do anything about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotta wait until at least the season ends to start cracking some of these jokes. Oh my God.
Nah, man, we're good.
But hey, that's the end of the pod. Yeah, playoffs are coming around. I believe by the next time we're on, we'll have our national championship set or already played. So hopefully, good luck to all 4 teams and the final 4 for each. Good luck to all our prospective baseball teams as well.
Oh yeah.
Nice to see Rafael Devers getting hits. Oh, Elijah, what do you think about the Torpedo bats before you head out?
Torpedo bats, they got to get banned.
Ooh, it's a different perspective. Okay, let's get it real quick before the good ending segment. Let's get it. Why do you think I gotta get banned? I'm with you.
If you want to do it, like, it shouldn't. I think for me, aesthetically, visually, if you want, I know they're trying to, get the bats going, get home runs going or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do something so obvious. Juice the balls.
I mean, the baseball has changed every single year for MLB. Do you know that?
Juice them again, though.
Oh, okay, I get you. You make them a little bouncier. I'm not against it. Oh, but
the thing is, like I said, with the MLB, I don't want it to be so obvious that you're trying to push, home runs. You're trying to get people's bats working better. Just juice the balls.
This is their wet dream. This is the MLB's wet dream is torpedo bat. I don't mean to be like that, but like I was saying it before, and this is the only reason why I feel like it's annoying is we just saw the rosin thing. You can only use MLB type rosin. You know what I mean? You can't put anything else in your hand if you're pitching. So like I think if you're fine with torpedo bats, be fine with the other thing. A little bit. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
That's all. Okay.
I feel like you gotta let the pitchers go at this point.
A little. Come on. Especially if we science it in exactly where they hit on the bat. Why can't we? Come on. We can't give them a little bit more control over it. Jeez. But
I'd love to see a nasty little sweeping curveball with like 25 inches of break.
Yeah, I'm not saying hit people. Like I should put that out there. I'm not saying hit people. I'm saying control. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
If it hits him, it hits him. So
no. If it hits him,
it hits him. Better have better control of the rosin then.
I guess.
So hey, yeah, that's the end. Last words before we head out. Done what we got.
Yo Elijah, yo Phil, great pod. Love being on here with you. Appreciate you. This is like sports therapy to me. So I appreciate talking it out. You know what I mean? And it's just another great show. We had a little bit earlier today. I might go shoot some pool. But yeah, this is a fun show. I'm excited to talk with you guys. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Get money, drink your water. I know I was drinking juice earlier, but I got my water here too.
True. For me, hey, stay tuned. We got a lot more coming along the way. Live streams. We'll be live streaming during the NBA playoffs. Check out our Twitch channel. Live streaming MLB and WWE. Also follow Elijah on Twitch as well. Some interesting moments on there. Yeah, me and Elijah and TJ were up to like 2 a.m.
Well, how was last night with baseball?
Yeah, Elijah, how'd it go?
First game was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Let me see. I think the count was I had 6 RBIs, Phil had 2.
Yeah, we're keeping stats. I didn't even know we were keeping stats until Elijah mentioned it.
Yeah, we're keeping. Yeah, me and TJ got the bright idea to just keep stats.
Okay.
Also, shout out to Corona Hoops for blowing that team out the water 96-32 the last game. John, did you see the final score?
No, I didn't.
96-32.
Yeah, man.
It's all right. You'll have games like that. It's okay.
No, they blew them out the water.
Second highest scorer here. I finally got the lid off the basket.
That's what's up.
I think Dan had 36.
God damn.
Yeah, I had 18.
Wait, he outscored the team? Oh, Lord.
Oh no. Crazy.
Oof.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a rough game for them. I had a rough first half, but second half everything was falling. We were trying to get 100. The rest called the game actually with about 2 minutes left.
Wow. That's lame.
Yeah.
You guys have called games?
The refs called it. It wasn't even us. The refs literally I hit a 3. I basically shot a half court 3. It wasn't, let me not say it was half
Like
court.
logo?
Yeah, basically a logo 3. Came down the court. They missed a shot. I think we came back down. TJ put up something. It missed, and the rebound ended up going out of bounds. And the rest was like, that's the game.
So y'all did enough. Y'all did enough.
With 2 minutes left, you couldn't just let them get to 100? Come on.
64 points. Y'all did enough.
Yeah, we were trying to get to 100. They even started they were even giving them foul calls. Like this boy, I swear he had the SGA whistle. Came down the floor, right? I hit the ball, but then I was like, there's no need to play defense right now. So I put my hands back, right? Didn't smack him at all. I literally only hit the ball. And he knows I hit the ball. I put my hands back, and then he went up for the shot, and then the ref blew the whistle, and I was like, what happened? She was like, you was too close to him. I'm like, oh, okay. He got that SGA whistle now. All right. That's what we're doing.
And it wasn't enough. It's not enough.
It wasn't. But I'm sorry. I was pulling up the MLB stats right now.
That's what I thought you were talking about. And then I was like, oh, wait, you're talking about basketball. I was like,
Nah, so as of right now, Phil leads us in home runs. I have 2, Phil has 3, TJ has 5.
okay.
RBIs, I got 14, TJ has 14, Phil has 10.
Okay.
Triples, I have 1, TJ has 2, Phil has 1. Doubles, I have 3, TJ has 5, Phil has none, actually. No doubles.
Stretch it to a double, feels all Gucci.
It's either home run or a single.
But
I get that.
I'll be honest though. Me and TJ have also played duos.
Mm-hmm.
As me and Phil have played duos as well, so we have more games under our belt than he does. That's probably why there's just no doubles there.
A little bit. Okay, I got you.
Padding.
As far as singles, the runaway from me, I got 21. TJ has 10. Phil has 8.
Okay.
We just started counting walks last night. We didn't think about it. So as of right now, I have 0, Phil has 0, and TJ has 3.
Damn.
And we have special stats in here. Weird, obviously.
Weird
little things that happen. I had an immaculate inning first day we played.
Really? Okay.
Also, you can find that clip on the channel.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, our records right now, me and Phil are 1-0 as a duo.
We don't call grand slams? Oh.
No, we just have we just have homers and RBIs, man. No grand slam.
Have you guys hit a grand slam yet?
No.
Well, I mean, there's one on record.
Oh my god!
Not sure if you want to count it.
My god!
I think TJ might have hit one. I think I hit one. Actually, hold on. I might have hit one because I definitely had a bases loaded situation when we were running duos. But as of right now, the duo, me and Phil are 1-0 as a duo. Me and TJ are 4-2, and as a trio, we are 2-1. We have 0 stats for solo runs. Nobody's played online as solos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about it right now.
Nice.
Okay.
I like it. Good update.
Yeah, because I didn't know until they mentioned it last night when I heard. I think we were playing then. I think CJ asked, "Did you record that?" And then said, "Oh yeah, we're recording stats from this year." So
nice. Congrats.
I'm looking forward to see how this goes. Hopefully, obviously, it adds a little bit more competitiveness as well. So
yeah, it's a competition. It's low key a competition in between us. But it's also, we're just trying to keep stats of who does what, because when people sell games, we're trying to see how much grace that they're given this time.
Got you.
So if I sell a game, I I get a little bit of grace because I got 21 singles. You know,
Sure.
I got all of these RBIs. You know, let's just chill out.
It's a good thing we are counting errors.
Yeah, we're not counting errors. Actually, we might start that. Maybe we'll see next time.
My defense up. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha. So yeah, if you want to catch that gameplay and others, Ball Central 4 on Twitch, and it's loading at Twitch as well. So viewer discretion advised on Elijah's channel though. Heads up. But yeah, that's the pod for the week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the Wilsons for popping out and being active in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Follow us on all our social media. Follow us on our gaming channel. I believe tomorrow a new WWE 2K My Rise episode's coming out, so stay tuned for that. And hey, with that being said, from me, John, and Elijah, thank you for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week. Deuces.
He's a producer.
Hey. Look, this Sega days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. And I ain't trying to replace you for you. My mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of rap. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.